LT Outdoors, the channel with everything the outdoor world has to offer.
If I waited a week, these would all go to seed. That, yeah, buddy, that's a monster. Oh yeah.
Sun is coming up, fiber's going down. Fish are all biting and jumping all around. Let's hook up the boat, come on, let's go. It's time for LT Outdoors.
Yeah,
I'm talking
LT
Outdoors. Might go hunt, fishing, metal detecting, might even do a little fortune too. I'm talking LT Outdoors.
Quite done yet.
I hope you enjoy.
Tell me that ain't the best.
Special shout out to all my patrons out there. If you want to become a patron, you can go to patreon.com and look up LT Outdoors. Also, thank you to anybody who donates to this channel. Hello everybody, welcome to another adventure of LT Outdoors. Today I'm actually out doing something a little different. I'm out snipe hunting. Snipe season opened statewide on September 1st here in Michigan. It's one of my favorite things to do up here. Now today it's in the 90s, so I tried to go out on a solo hunt. I did get some birds, but I'll tell you, it was super hot. I'm dizzy. I got to get back and get some water or something. It's too much for me. But I'm going to see if I can get Rick or somebody else to go with me on a second hunt to add to this. If not, you'll get to see what I did on my solo. So I hope you guys enjoy this. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you think. Now, before I get into the hunt, I want to make mention the comparison between the woodcock and the snipe, because a lot of people get this mixed up. When I shared the videos and the pictures on Facebook, I had a lot of people call me out saying, you know, that's a woodcock, what are you doing shooting them out of season? So, what I want to say here is, there's a big difference between the two. Obviously, snipe is a waterfowl species of bird. It is a migrating waterfowl species. You're going to find them in marshes, you're going to find them in muddy areas, you're going to find them in areas that you don't normally find a woodcock. Yes, woodcock do like wet, damp areas, but they also like it in the woods. You're not going to find a woodcock out in this thick marsh grass or out in this deep mud like you do the snipe. Now, another big change up is obviously color. You're going to see between these two pictures, there's a big difference in color between the snipe and the woodcock. Now, this is because the woodcock is made to camouflage and blend in with the woods. It needs to blend in with the leaves and the leaf litter and everything around it in the woods. Whereas, seems how the snipe is a waterfowl bird, it needs to blend in with the marsh grass and marshy areas. So it's more of a mottled brown like a mallard duck hen. Now, that's just some of the main comparisons. Also, it's obviously the voice. You know, the snipe makes a really weird screech when it flies up. The woodcock doesn't do that. It's got its own little noise. Also, if you look at the pictures, the snipe has longer legs, a longer beak, but it has a smaller body. The woodcock is actually larger in body size, but it's shorter and more plump. So I hope you guys learned something off of this. Remember, there is a big difference between the two.
They're all over back here. Got that one. I'm trying not to lose where he fell at. Yes. Oh man. First one, first shot, guys. First shot, and I get the bird. That is awesome. Now, I showed these last year in video. They are just a riot to hunt, and they're delicious to eat. I'm using number 6 shot right now. It's the smallest I could find in steel, because you got to use steel. And I'm using my 12. I wanted to use my 20, but I couldn't find any small 20 gauge steel. So yes, they look a lot like a woodcock, except woodcocks are a lot more red. They got like a red breast. You're not going to be jumping the woodcock in the water like this either. They're more in a woodsy area, but heck yeah, guys. First shot, first snipe. Let's see what we can do. Get more. Ah, missed that one. Oh, that was a rail. I better not take my eyes off the area. They're pretty small. I don't want to lose it. There it is. Now, I showed these last year too. These are a cool bird. They're also delicious. Holy cow. Yeah, that shot messed it up. The breast will still be intact, but that was pretty close. But that's what you call a rail. They're more like a chicken. They got that little beak. But yeah, breast meat's all you really get out of these, so they should still be. Make sure you always pick up your shells. Yeah, baby. Oh, I couldn't. Good clean shot on that one. It's a good looking bird. Heck yeah. Oh, they're everywhere. Ah, dang, man. Oh, that was a good one. Darn right. Oh, gun jammed. Didn't do that to me yesterday. That is a perfect one right there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. They're jumpy. Got that one. Got that one. All right, I'm gonna show you here, guys, real quick what you got to do to clean out these snipe. My geese are talking to us over here. Now it's super easy. They rip apart very easy. As you can see, you don't even need to pluck them. You can pull on the skin and it all just comes apart just like that. Personally, I like to do that to each bird, get them all ready before I start cutting into them. That makes it so the feathers don't stick to me as badly. But yep, only got 3 birds today. You're allowed 8 of these a day here in Michigan, which is pretty nuts. I've never gotten 8 in a day, but yep, as you can see, they just got these little breasts on them here. They sure are delicious though. I just cut these little breasts off from the bone here. End up with not very much meat, but I'll tell you, it is delicious. I cut this right off. Sometimes when the bullets go through the breast, you got to pull some feathers out of the meat itself, but you're gonna see how I'm gonna cook this later. I'm just gonna wrap each one of these little medallions here up in some bacon, lightly season, and pan fry in butter. Hard to beat. These are delicious. And I'm assuming dove is the same way. I'm sure dove breasts are probably just this size, maybe a little bigger. I'm sure there ain't much on a dove. But it's worth it to me. It's a lot of fun to hunt them. There's definitely a lot of them in numbers. I mean, I jump a lot of birds. I don't get very many of them. So, alright. That's all there is though, guys. Like I said, these birds are so small, you can't really get any leg meat out of them. Now, if I was starving out in the woods trying to survive, yeah, I could probably get a little bit of chew off of the legs and maybe some back meat or something, but there's not much. It's not worth ripping them apart. Alright, rinse these off, put them in a bowl of water just for the rest of the day here in the fridge, and we'll eat these for dinner. Alright guys, I'm going to be cooking up these snipe that I got the other day, and I did get the rail too, which sadly that rail was so close when I shot. I need to get smaller shot if I can find it. I only ended up getting the one breast off the rail, the other one was messed up. And you can notice too, the rails have a lot smaller breasts. Now, what I'm going to do to start off with, I just like to, these are going to be my bacon wrapped, basically rail medallion, or snipe and rail medallions. I start things off by putting some seasoning on them. I think today I'm going to start with this Grill Mates Sweet and Smoky, because to me, these birds taste a lot like steak. So basically, I like to cook them up any way that I do a steak. Use any kind of seasoning. It's crazy. I mean, they taste a lot like beef. The only other bird that I've found that tastes anything like these is a pigeon. A pigeon is by far my favorite bird to eat. But just sprinkle a little bit of this sweet and smoky rub on there, just like that. Now I'm gonna open up this bag of Smithfield bacon here. I'm gonna get this bacon out and I'm gonna start wrapping all these up. Alright, got the bacon here all opened up and ready to go. I like to take, because these are so small, I literally just take one piece of bacon is all you need. Just wrap that baby right up. You're just gonna have a big old chunk of bacon with a beautiful medallion in the middle of it. And I'll tell you, you'll see when I cook these, but I like to have them pretty rare. Kind of like any other wild game meat, you don't want to overcook them. You know, a lot of people that don't like duck, it's because they overcook them. It's gonna taste like liver if you overcook it. Now with these, you know, I only cook them till the bacon's done. So if this bacon gets nice and crispy in the pan, boom, it's done. The meat that's on the inside is still going to be pretty red, but it'll be cooked. It'll be hot. And I'll tell you what, the taste, the flavor, everything about these birds, just spectacular. I've had some idiots hop on there commenting, you know, well, you're hunting them, they're such little birds. Well, you know, why they hunt dove? You know, why you hunt anything else? I'd rather go out and kill these birds for a delicious meal than I would go out and kill a cow to make a meal. So, yeah, I just enjoy it. Not to mention they're a lot of fun to hunt. As you've seen, they are plentiful and really hard to hit. They're super fast. You can read up on them. They are extremely fast. So, yep, that is why I hunt them. But I'm going to sit here. I'm going to get all these wrapped up. Like I said, that's the rail. You won't notice a difference between the snipe and the rail, especially when they're cooked up in the bacon. It's all going to taste like bacon with some pretty much beef in the middle. So let's get these wrapped and we'll start frying. Alright, got my cast iron frying pan here. Now the pan is a little dirty, but only because I used it for lunch. I cooked up some chicken of the woods mushrooms in this pan with some butter, so I'm not worried about it. All it's got is some chicken of the woods flavor and butter in there. I'm cooking up a half stick of butter here. I'm just going to let it melt down, and then I'll start throwing on my bacon wrapped snipe. Alright, the butter that I threw in there is cooked down, so what I'm going to do, I had it turned on high just to melt the butter. I'm going to turn it down just about low, kind of low medium, because I don't mind if these cook a little bit. It gets the kind of the flavor of the bacon more into the meat. So I'm just gonna simmer this basically in the butter. If you leave it too high, it just cooks that butter right out of there. You don't even need the butter because you got the bacon, so the bacon grease from the bacon is actually gonna cook it up. But you know, it's always, everything's better with butter. This is like the perfect amount though right here for a meal. So you figure that was, what, 6 birds. So even though they're small birds, you figure you add the bacon in, boom, you've got a heck of a meal. So I'm going to let these simmer for just a few minutes here, and then I'll flip them. I'll just wait for the bacon to start to brown on the one side, flip them, and start the other. Alright, it's been 3 or 4 minutes. See, flip them over, you can see it's nice and getting nice and crispy. Got that beautiful golden brown color that you love on the bacon. That is the perfect bacon right there. So pretty much 3 or 4 minutes on a side. Like I said, I mostly care about just getting that bacon cooked. The breasts are so small that they don't take long to cook up, and you don't want to overcook them. So just cook that bacon. Trust me, the meat inside will be perfect. All right, look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Again, that was only 4 minutes on each side, so you figure 8 minutes. Is all I let it cook. It's gorgeous. I think it's cool too that when the bacon cooks, it actually will tighten even more. After you wrap it, it tightens even more around the meat. Alright, time to enjoy. Alright, let's cut one of these babies open. Look at that. See, that is perfection right there. It's not raw, but it's perfectly cooked. Because this breast is usually red. That's an awful lot of brown. Heck yeah. Alright, here we go, guys. Perfectly cooked. That is some bacon wrapped snipe breast right there. Telling you, between that and pigeon, closest you'll ever get to beef. And I can taste, look at that, just perfect. I can taste that sweet and smoky rub that I put on the inside too. It goes so good with that bacon. And that is why I hunt these awesome little birds. So dang good. Hope you guys enjoyed this. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you think. Discount code, guys. I had to share it on this video because it's epic. Go to stonetackle.com. My friend Nicole Stone gave me 15% off for all of you to use. That is capital L, capital T, outdoors. Use that as your discount code. Gets you 15% off site-wide on Stone Tackle. She has these epic boxes on her site. You got to check it out, guys. She's a great woman. She has awesome fishing videos. So if you haven't already, Nicole Stone on YouTube, you'll see what I'm talking about. She is a killer ice fisherman as well as all kinds of other fishing. But she has these awesome jig boxes for sale. Might as well hop on there, get you 15% off on all these epic products. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Remember, capital L, capital T, outdoors gets you 15% off. Want to know where you can go to get your hands on last year's epic panty pounders or this year's new pig pounders? Well, it just got a little easier, guys. I now have a website. You can go to www.ltoutdoorslureco.com. Check the website out. And if you don't feel like getting them online, you can also go to these fine stores. This season of LT Outdoors is brought to you by Freedom Baits. Quality plastics that you can count on. They have a whole selection of open water plastics too. Widowmaker Lures. Check them out online. They have a great selection of tungsten jigs and much, much more. Mountable Memories Taxidermy. Mounts that'll last a lifetime.
Woohoo! I'm the winner!